you were concerned because you saw, and I'm going to refer to him as the only way we referred to him, Jump Kick Man. So you
Jump
see
Kick
this
Man?
guy kick him in the face. Drew?
I did not see Jump Kick Man kick him in the face.
Jump Kick Man?
You see him attempt to kick him in the face?
From my perspective, I didn't see any specific motion regarding kicking. But it is fair to say that I did observe Jump Kick Man going over the defendant.
Going over.
And he's going, if you remember, he's going over the defendant with his foot in the air, correct?
I don't recall that.
What?
You have a picture of
How is he supposed to get over if his foot doesn't get in the air?
You
His
had
body just
mentioned
separates
to the
with her, and
police
he's...
that he...
Hello and welcome to another episode of Welfare Talk,
My name is Marvin Caribou.
where we can't afford the luxurious studio of Two Shot Factor, although we can afford this leather couch. Let's talk about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. If you don't remember, on August 25th last year, he shot and killed 2 people at a Black Lives Matter / Antifa protest in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Monday, November 8th. Testimony of Gaige Grosskreutz, 27, who was in, are we pronouncing that right? I'm being told not to say his last name anymore. Who was in Kenosha on August 25th, 2020 for BLM protests. He was shot by a little Kyle, but did not die. The 2 that did die were Joseph Rosenbaum and Anthony Huber. Rittenhouse faces life in prison if convicted, but he has pleaded not guilty, and he claims he acted in self-defense. Gaige Grosskreutz is a former paramedic who was carrying a medical aid kit that night and has said he was in Kenosha to support protesters and also help anyone who was hurt. He was holding a handgun when Rittenhouse shot him. The trial is the highest profile case since, highest case involving civilian self-defense since George Zimmerman was acquitted in the fatal shooting of Trayvon Martin in 2017. Actually, do we have a clip we can run on that, girls?
Something's wrong. Look out! My God, I didn't even see him. Nice work, Zimmerman.
Trump says Kyle is in very big danger and he's lucky he didn't die. I have the utmost respect for Kyle Rittenhouse. He acted in self-defense and he's lucky he didn't get killed like Tupac. Yeah. Just before midnight, Kyle Rittenhouse shot Rosenbaum, 36, in the parking lot of a used car dealership, right by the Ultimate gas station. Go there for your ultimate gas needs. He then fled the scene on foot, but was pursued by an angry mob of protesters. This is where he's getting chased down the road here. Oh, look at this guy, just nutty. I think he hit him there. Look, because there was something on his head that fell off. It was like a headband or a shirt they had wrapped. Fuck, it gets crazy. He falls down. Boom, he shoots at that one guy. He runs away. The other guy jump kicks him. That skateboarder never even got a good swing. He got shot just fucking, like, out of desperation. That other idiot, that's that guy who's on trial today, Monday. That's Gaige. Gaige! Run a clip. Slow motion. Jump kick. That guy. Man, that shot was close. Then the skateboard idiot, right there, he's turning around, he's trying to grab the gun. He fires a shot. This guy puts his hands up, and his gun goes down briefly, he runs at him. Then he gets shot in the arm, he's oh, like, why does he move there? We're gonna have to go over that footage again in slow motion. Like, he had his hands up. Let's bring it back, bring it back. Look at this guy with a jump kick, the luckiest man. Who is this guy? We're gonna have to take a look and figure out who the jump kick guy is. Like, I've seen this footage, obviously, but it's been a while, and now everything's in the trial, right? Wow. Oh, guy's got his hands up.
Another man is in frame now.
His gun starts to go down, right when the guy was crossing.
A final shot is discharged. Rittenhouse gets up
And then he shoots him.
to walk north towards the gas station.
That first guy. And he had a handgun, there it is. Yeah, he's there simply sailing. And he's there just to help people. Why was he so close to this guy? His story is bullshit. I don't care if this guy was there to start shit. The fact of the matter is that other guy is lying.
20 seconds.
But this part, yeah, when he runs up to the cop, hey, it's me, it's Kyle. Hey, Kyle, here's some water. Thanks, cops.
He waves and
Yo, I'm white. Yo, I'm white.
How were you dressed that evening?
I had a black shirt with a Wu-Tang sign on it. It's a
Wu-Tang Clan.
Pretty famous group.
A permit to carry a concealed weapon.
I did.
Was it in effect on August 25th, 2020?
It was not.
Had it expired?
It had.
And you had not renewed it?
I had not.
When you were having this medical truck in Milwaukee, did you carry a gun then?
I did.
When you came down here, how did you carry your gun?
I had my handgun holstered in the small of my back.
What type of gun was it?
It was a Gen 4 Glock 27, so it is a smaller framed 40 caliber handgun.
Was it loaded?
It was.
Do you recall if there was a round in the chamber?
That night, I don't.
Doesn't recall if there was a round in the chamber. Could you imagine being there? It's like the Vietnam War, except in a city.
Protect your property, not the street!
You heard gunshots.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
I was slightly south of Ultimate Gas Station. I had heard a series of gunshots, what I determined to be a few blocks south of where I was.
What, if anything, did you do?
I first sat and listened, and then had there were people watching my live stream, so I had been.
You had a Facebook live stream going on.
I was hearing. I'd heard these gunshots. It sounded like gunshots.
Those were the gunshots when he shot Rosenbaum, who was chasing after him. Who just got out of a psychiatric ward.
Sheridan. This is. I was just 60th. Looks like they even set up a recliner. Oh, 110%, bro. Yeah, dude. 100.
It's really close to them. It's running sound effects. We need to have like Kenosha running sound effects. It's like, ooh, it has that real Kenosha feel.
Shots.
This is the video you recorded, correct?
Correct.
And you have told us that you started running from a little bit south of 60th, that gas station, down South Sheridan. Is that right?
That is right.
Were you recording with your phone?
I was.
Were you holding your phone in your hand while you were running?
I was.
Okay. Please continue.
Why you shoot him?
Hey, what are you doing? You shot somebody?
What are you doing?
Who shot?
I like how he comes up the road and runs in line.
Can you identify that?
He's like, I'm in the marathon, buddy. Wow, that'd be freaky. There's a guy who might have shot, so I'm just gonna run up behind him. Hey, how's it going? I got my. Well, he had a gun on him. I guess that's. There's little Kyle Rittenhouse. Doesn't he look like he's like 10?
Hey, what are you doing? You shot somebody? Who shot?
That interaction you just had with the defendant, what did you think at the time he said to you?
At the time, I had thought that the defendant, had said, I'm working with the police. I didn't do anything.
Now that you've had a chance to review the video, do you know what he actually says?
Yes.
What is that?
After watching the video, he said, I'm going to the police.
And did he say anything else?
I didn't do anything, is what I make out from. It's hard to hear from the muffling, but that's...
And then it looks like you kind of let him continue and you turn back south again. Is that fair to say?
That is fair to say, yes.
Why did you do that?
So, you hear me ask the question, who's shot? Who is shot? At that moment, the only thing I was concerned about was finding this person who had been shot, or presumably had been shot.
It appears from the video, though, that you don't go very far before you turn and head back after the defendant.
I don't know, where was he going?
That's fair to say.
What changed?
I'd seen a number of people running.
Maybe he was like, I don't want to run behind this guy, I'm scared. But then a whole bunch of other guys started running. He's like, I got protection. I got backup.
I started hearing people saying he just shot that guy, he just shot somebody. So, yeah.
His body language kind of changes at times as he gets into the story.
So then you turn around and head back north after the defendant.
I won't say after the defendant.
Why did you turn around and head back north after you heard these people say these things?
With what Mr. Balch had said previously, essentially the way that these self-proclaimed militia members were conducting themselves, the gunshots, people yelling for a medic, my interaction with the defendant, and really the lack of information that I had gotten from him, and specifically what I had thought I had heard, then coupled with this group of people running northbound, I had essentially made an inference or an assumption that there could be potential for somebody getting injured. And anytime you bring a firearm into that equation, a little bit.
Look at this guy. Oh, he knocked his hat off. Now everyone else is wants a piece of it.
We just saw you come running into the screen from the right.
He's got to shoot, but that guy ran away, so he laid off, I guess.
White shirt. Before this moment, had you drawn your firearm?
No.
Where was it?
Like I mentioned at the beginning, I keep my pistol holstered in the small of my back.
Small of my back?
But don't you have it in your hand at this point?
I can't see.
Okay.
Can't see from...
I can't see from the video, but my memory doesn't work.
You were running, that you did pull your gun out.
Yes.
Why?
Again, in the moment, I thought that the defendant was an active shooter. Having been not too far behind, like you had mentioned, and just about to come into the frame here, I had heard several more gunshots. And again, making inferences, the defendant was the only one with a large caliber rifle. I'd seen an individual jump over the defendant.
He just said he saw an individual jump over the defendant. Pay attention to that.
And then from there, I saw another individual use his skateboard to hit the defendant, or hold the defendant. Either way, the individual had made contact with the defendant with his skateboard. And then from there, I heard another shot.
You've seen this video. There is an individual on the left who
That's him right there.
Had been
The
shot.
guy in the middle who's just been shot in the heart. He's going to die in
The
seconds.
defendant is there on the ground, and there is another individual between the defendant and you, Anthony Huber.
That's Anthony Huber, the skateboard guy.
At this point. And that individual to the right of Mr. Huber that's sort of crouched over, that's you, correct?
Never swing a skateboard at a man with an AR-15 pointed at you.
Did you witness the defendant fire 2 shots at that man?
2
on the
shots?
I did.
left? Did you witness him fire a shot into Mr. Huber's chest?
I did.
So when you come upon the defendant at this point, do you recall what you were holding in your hands?
I do.
What were you holding?
In my right hand, I had my Glock pistol, and in my left hand, I had my cell phone.
What was going through your mind at this particular moment?
That I was going to die.
Pause. There's a time in this video when you appear to hold your hands up.
That's when he got
Do
shot.
you know about that? Do you recall that?
Gaige.
I do.
Why did you do that?
And the defendant had, after murdering Anthony Huber,
The objection is sustained. Whether the death of Anthony Huber was caused by murder or not is for you jurors to decide.
Oh, you don't call him a murderer in trial like that. It's not assessed yet.
rifle at me, and put my hands up. And then the defendant, like I said, did this motion. It's called re-racking, and that's meant that the defendant pulled the trigger while my hands were in the air, but the gun didn't fire. So then by re-racking the weapon, I inferred that the defendant wasn't accepting my surrender.
That's great. Nice back. Look at that guy. Jump kicks him and he fires 2 shots. I saw one, but they said there was a second. It was so fast. Oh, right there. I think he fires some more shots at people to back him off. Watch this. Don't they?
What the?
They blurred that out in the original. Holy fuck.
That was not me! I just saved him!
I think that guy was in Montreal too. That military guy, that was not me, I saved your life. Is he one of the other guys that were with Kyle? Like that's why he confused him. He's like some militant. Yeah, these are actual cops here. They got their
What is it today? What is it today?
What's going
Can
on?
I just ask real quick, Judge, before we bring them down? Do you have any idea what our lunch period is going to look like?
It's warm food, so it's going to be whenever it arrives.
Warm food.
It's supposed to
All
come
like
at around noon.
Look at the guy, he just licked his
Sometimes
lips.
we've had warm food before they've all come quite early.
Isn't that Commissioner Gordon?
Hello?
Would you come down, please?
Yep. You'd agree it says, sometime during the incident, my Gen 4 Glock 27 that had a belt clip attached fell off my waist. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. That's a lie, right?
Lie. He's called him a
I
liar.
wouldn't say that's a lie now.
You didn't take the Glock out of your back here and run with it?
I did.
So it didn't fall off your waist. It was in your hand.
That's correct.
So you would say that's not a lie?
No, I would say it isn't.
Okay, and you told that to multiple officers, isn't that true?
I don't know.
I told multiple officers that I dropped my firearm, right?
Correct.
Okay. You didn't drop your firearm. You were chasing Mr. Rittenhouse.
Dropped his
with your
firearm.
gun, right?
You're-
Yes. You were chasing him with your gun? Yes?
No.
No?
You didn't chase him down Sheridan Road, pulling your gun, chasing after him. That's a lie. You're saying that didn't happen.
I'm not saying that it didn't happen, but I wasn't chasing the defendant.
I'm not saying it didn't
running
happen.
after
What?
him? You were running after him?
No.
No. Okay.
Where did his gun
Did
come
you ever
from?
get charged for not telling the truth to the police about dropping your gun?
No.
Did you ever tell the police in here on this statement that you actually had a firearm in your hand and pointed it at the
Maybe he
defendant?
dropped it and someone passed
No, I
it.
did not.
Like, here, boy.
You never told him you had a gun at all in terms of as you had an interaction with Mr. Rittenhouse. True?
That is correct.
I know you said you don't know, but Jason Lekowski testified that he picked up that firearm that he believes belonged to you, and there was one in the chamber. Do you dispute that that could be true?
No, I did not.
Now, you had talked about your purpose of being there that evening. You're a member of our Wisconsin Revolution, are you not?
No, I'm not.
Wisconsin
You're
Revolution.
a member of the People's Revolution?
No, I'm not.
Have you spoken at their rallies?
I haven't won.
And during that rally, have you made statements such as, long live the revolution?
I have.
Making a notice or telling, among others, the city and county of Kenosha that you would like $10 million.
Ooh, $10 million. All my life I've wanted that.
That is correct.
You never mentioned that you actually possessed a firearm. You know that?
That is correct.
This is your testimony today, and how this case turns out has an impact on your ability to try to collect your $10 million, right?
That is correct.
So if he's convicted, if Mr. Rittenhouse is convicted, your chance of getting $10 million is better, right?
I'm not entirely sure how that plays out.
I'm not entirely
Haven't
sure how
had
that
any
plays out.
conversations with your lawyer about
Well,
that?
you're not going to ask about conversations with this lawyer.
Okay,
Pretty
fair
sure
enough.
it's going to be
You
good.
didn't see him
It
threatening.
won't
anyone, did
happen.
No, I did not.
You didn't see him act aggressive toward anyone, did you?
No, I did not.
In fact, again, whether you agree that he's a medic or not, he's asking people if they need help.
See, he's a pretty nice guy.
That is correct.
This is the time that Mr. Rittenhouse,
It's Ben Affleck.
with him 30 feet ahead of you, running away from you, at that
See that
point
again?
you pull your firearm and begin to chase him, correct?
No.
You don't begin to chase him?
Nope. No, I do not.
You head in the direction that he's running. Yes?
Correct.
But you just happen to be running in that direction? It has nothing to do with
Just
Kyle
happened to
Rittenhouse
be,
running
I
in
was
that
just
direction?
jogging.
No, it does have.
I thought it was a marathon. What? It does have something to do with him?
So you are trying
What?
to chase him down.
No.
No. What the hell's wrong with this guy? Man, he looks fucking guilty, dude.
You were concerned because you saw, and I'm going to refer to him as the only way we referred to him, Jump Kick Man. So you
Jump
see
Kick
this
Man?
guy kick him in the face. True?
I did not see Jump Kick Man kick him in the face.
Jump kick, man?
You see him attempt to kick him in the face?
From my perspective, I didn't see any specific motion regarding kicking. But it is fair to say that I did observe Jump Kick Man going over the defendant.
Going over.
And he's going, if you remember, he's going over the defendant with his foot in the air, correct?
I don't recall that.
What?
You have a picture of
How's he supposed to get over if his foot doesn't get in the air?
You
His
had
body just
mentioned
separates
to the
with her,
police
and he...
that evening that you tried telling Mr. Huber, you just said the guy, but you tried telling the guy to stop hitting him with the skateboard. Is that right?
That is what I put in my statement, yes.
Is that true?
With the benefit of hindsight, I don't believe that to be true, no.
Okay, so when you told that to the police that you told the guy with the skateboard to stop hitting him, that's not correct. That's not true.
That is correct.
He's acting like he was a hero there, but no, lies again.
The guy on the ground then turned over, racked the weapon, and pointed his gun at me and shot me, right?
That is correct, yes.
You omitted the idea. You omitted the fact that you ran up on him and had a Glock pistol in your hand, right? You left that out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Correct.
At this point, you're holding a loaded, chambered Glock 27 in your right hand.
I was just trying
That
to
is
ask
correct,
him what's
yes.
going on.
You are advancing on Mr. Rittenhouse, who is seated on his butt, right?
That is correct.
You're moving forward, and your right hand drops down with your gun. Your hands are no longer up, and now the gun is pointed in the direction of Mr. Rittenhouse. Agree? I'll give you a picture. Maybe that'll help.
Bicep being vaporized, yes.
Okay.
He said the gun vaporized his arm.
You're pointing your gun directly at him.
Well, you saw the picture, man. He's not lying.
Yes.
Okay, so when you were standing 3 to 5 feet from him with your arms up in the air, he never fired, right?
Correct.
It wasn't until you pointed your gun at him, advanced on him, with your gun, now your hands down, pointed at him, that he fired, right?
Correct.
Alright, that's it for that. Wow. And there's hours and hours of this, obviously. It's a whole trial, and there's still quite a bit to go. I haven't seen Kyle Rittenhouse. I always want to call him Rittenbaum. There's Rosenbaum is the guy he killed, and Rittenhouse is... Get the names mixed up. But make sure to subscribe. I'm going to try to get a little more of this. As we saw, Ben Affleck is in this trial. Who else is there? Commissioner Gordon, obviously, as played by the great Gary Oldman. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Matthew McConaughey, I believe, making appearances in here. But yeah, keep watching. I gotta shut this off.